Start.
Welcome to another episode of The Couch Coaches. And this time we are launching cricket this week. And this week it is about Mangatha, Vilayadu Mangatha. He just came from nowhere and then blasted through the whole thing.
Powerful people make places powerful.
So we have to give that opportunity to a Rishabh Pant or someone like that to see if they can make a difference.
This will be the last World Cup Rohit race as a captain, and then maybe Kohli will play much more.
There have been massive trades going. What if CSK trades for Punt? I think Dhoni's last year is similar to how NRIs come to the US, right? We keep saying we'll go back to India, we'll say next year.
And Shai Hope, he won the game and they asked him what is the secret. He said, I just followed Dhoni's advice.
We promised in the last episode of the World Cup season, which I will link it here. We wanted to launch weekly episode on the cricket all over the world, and this is the first episode of it. What we will talk about in this episode is the IPL trade first. Second, the India-Australia series. Third one, the Bangladesh-New Zealand test match. Fourth, the squads for the South Africa series. And fifth, the Kassa Mussa. And as usual, we have a regular face on the channel, Ramesh. Welcome back. And then I will lead up to you to say the IPL trade and what you thought about it.
Oh yeah, thank you Priyesh, thank you Rama. We are back to this episode, Cricket This Week. So on IPL trade, I think there's a lot of news going around, a lot of teams releasing players. The big news is of Hardik Pandya, right? Gujarat, he has taken Gujarat to a victory, and last time they were at the finals, and now Bombay has taken him, right? Bombay has taken Hardik Pandya is big news, very unprecedented. A lot of people are thinking what has happened. But if you remember, a few years ago, Hardik tried to be part of Mumbai Indians, having that middle order and all that. So I think it is great for Mumbai. It raised a lot of eyebrows, given that it happened just a couple of days after the World Cup. So that is the big news. And Mumbai has also let go of Cameron Green, who's going to RCB.
Get the money for Hardik.
Yeah, that's the thing. And then if you look what that does to Gujarat Titans is your favorite, Shubman Gill is now the captain of Gujarat Titans. That gives the Prince a chance now.
And Sara's moving to Gujarat.
Joke.
Amma,
சத்தியமா சிரிப்பு வரல மனசு கஷ்டப்படக்கூடாது சிரிச்சேன்.
And RCB now they are like a very strong opening and middle order with Faf, DK still in good form. There is Cameron Green, Maxwell, and all that. They need a middle order batsman and bowlers.
but RCB has no bowlers. They have let go the top bowlers, so that's the problem for them. But
Nobody has good bowlers. Nobody has good bowlers. This is IPL. Only
IPL
batsmen.
doesn't need bowlers. You just need somebody to come and throw the ball. Yeah.
இது the Hardik trade in corporates we will have a rotation concept for your next promotion. அந்த மாதிரி. So go and do this role in this division in this country. Come back in 3 years. I will give you this position in the company. அந்த மாதிரி they told Hardik, go and prove yourself as a captain and come back and then you can be captain. I think that's what's happened now. But very, very interesting. But we will go into what CSK needs in the auction, which is taking place on December 19th. So they have released stocks Uh, we bought him and we paid him. That's all. We didn't do anything with him. So
அல்ல விட
I think
1947 மாதிரி இவ்வளவு வருஷம் ஆகல ஒரு பிரிட் வந்து போறதுக்கு.
CSK க்கு வந்து Ambati Rayudu is gone, right? So they need a replacement for him. Yeah. Moeen Ali is getting old, right? Maybe he'll get an Indian citizenship, whatever next. But they need a good overseas player. I think they really need. And this could be Dhoni's last year, but we all know he's going to play for another 10 years. So that's how they keep saying, right? So I think Rahane is there. We have talked in the past if Jadeja should be the captain. So it's a good time for Dhoni and management to think who should be the captain. And I really think they need some fast bowlers. Patirana is there. Chowdhury is there, but they need to pick one or two good fast bowlers.
So, Ramesh, I think Dhoni's last year is similar to how NRIs come to the US, right? We keep saying we'll go back to India, we'll say next year. So, அதே மாதிரி தான் Dhoni's retirement is always next year, but the year is not fixed.
Year is not, and as long as he's delivering and lifting cups, nobody complains. I think there is only one Dhoni. I think even in the match, there was a game between West Indies and England this week. West Indies chased down 326 versus England, and Shai Hope, he won the game, and they asked him what is the secret. He said, "I just followed Dhoni's advice." And Dhoni told me that there's always more time in the game than you think. So international players now recognizing that.
Yesterday's game. So, but I think Ritu will be the next captain because Mangatha Radu has
Rutu, not Ritu. Rutu.
Yeah, so I think Priyesh, we have been debating. I've been betting on number Rahane Jinx being like a captain for a stopful gap for about 2 years before we know about Rutu. But here is what I think will be awesome. Punt is injured, right? He's recovering. And nobody is essentially now thinking about punt. Just like there have been massive trades going, what if CSK trades for punt? And then the wicket-keeping captain again comes back to Chennai, and after Dhoni, it's punt who takes over. That will be exciting for CSK.
Delhi hasn't released him, and I think Ritu will be the captain because Mangatha Radu in a podcast said Ritu will be the captain. That's the next step. And if you see, he captained the Indian team in the Asian Games.
Mm-hmm.
He captains Maharashtra, and then he's a vice captain for this T20 series in the first 3 games. So I think all is set for him. Only hope that it continues to bat and the pressure doesn't come out over him. Same with Gill in the GT colors. So, but I think we have to go for a replacement for Ambati for sure. Maybe they will go for Karun Nair is the
the triple century player.
Ama. So, or SRK, not Shah Rukh Khan Bollywood, but Tamil Nadu Shah Rukh Khan, but and Lord Lavaka Das can be back in CSK colors next year because last auction they went for Lord Thakur and SRK big, and then they didn't buy them. But those are the 3 options they are talking now that CSK will go big.
Yeah, I do think that getting a pace bowling all-rounder, right? Because we have tried Stokes, didn't sort of come out. Sam Curran was good in a few places for us. And we have to just look around and see who's probably going to be a good fit. And knowing CSK, it's probably going to be someone that nobody is truly looking at. And somebody in the future will find that gem and Dhoni will make his magic by grooming that person. I really think that will be good for CSK. I think any chance of Ashwin coming back and probably calling his IPL career in CSK and
No.
Not this year. Maybe next year we will see, because they are talking of a big auction next year. We don't know, but
Next year is what everyone's planning because they will release the teams. I think Rachin Ravindra is the other person I would like to see picked by either CSK or RCB because he's got a lot of potential.
but if CSK picks him, who will they drop? Because Conway is sure. Okay. Then we have Tixnana and Patirana Shore. So that is only one place for a foreigner. So will you play Moin? And Stantner has had a brilliant 18 months with the ball. So what will Rachan do?
He'll be Moin's replacement long term. Lefty, spinner,
Right.
opening. I think that fits the package. I think.
Actually, Ramesh, it's a very good point. I actually thinking on similar lines when Ramesh brought up Moin and Rachin Ravindra. I think it's a good upgrade for us for the long haul. You get somebody who's young, and then Santner and Rachin Ravindra have opened in the past. So it gives you that combination. Worst case, if Ruturaj is injured,
Conway.
or I mean Conway, yeah. So you can probably bring them to the top. He's sort of a slider too. You can bring him at one drop, go as a pinch hitter, and he's a pretty good left arm bowler. I mean, only thing is we already have Jadeja, and then Sartner is also a left arm. It'll be one more left arm, but we probably won't play all the three at the same time anyway. So I think I agree. That will be a really good pick.
So if they go for Rachin and we get him, then I think Moen will get only 2 or 3 games, and then they will say bye bye. Yeah. So we will go to the India versus Australia T20 series. We won it 4-1. For me, the standout performance was Ritu and Rinku, and such calmness you can see in Rinku's batting when he comes there. It is it is as if Dhoni is there. He's not frazzled about anything, and very good finisher. But will he get a prolonged chance for India is the question, because we don't need a finisher only. If we can bowl 2 overs or whatever, then it will be advantageous. Is what I think.
It's also young stars. We saw a lot of young stars. Ashdeep defended under a lot of pressure. He defended 10 runs of the final over. Debatable if the first ball was wide or not, but it's 4-1. Okay, if it's 3-2, you can say it was close. It was 4-1. You said Rinku. I also like Jitesh Sharma. Rinku and Jitesh playing together was very good. And then Mukesh bowled well. How about Akshar Patel? He came back. He was injured during the World Cup. Akshar Patel did a great job silently, right? He was replaced by Ashwin. Akshar came and did a win. And Ruturaj gave a slow start, but is very steady right at the top. So you've got the aggression of Rohit Sharma, but still he's playing quietly. And Shreyas Iyer had a couple of good games. So I think one thing we don't have to worry about is the amount of talent on the Indian team. So if these guys want to go, Rohit and Kohli, it's okay.
Your backups.
Your backups.
Yeah, I think for me, Yashasvi Jaiswal, right? The way he imposes, right? 18-year-old kid, we all know the story, right? For the way hardship that he's gone through life, and he's probably lived on the streets and then made sure that cricket is passion. It shows when he just gets there and when he gets in his form and when he starts going after the ball, it's just amazing to watch. I think the sixers that I saw over mid wicket and long on, as well as the drives that he does on the offside, he looks like an all-round player who can play. And I'm really excited to have somebody who's like 20 years old with the mental maturity. I think he got Ruturaj run out in one of the games and he felt like so bad. Yeah. And then he mentioned how Ruturaj handled it really well inside the dressing room, right? It tells you about the mental maturity that he has. And to your point, Priyesh is a good candidate for a captain for CSK first as well as for the future. But they have to be groomed well, right? All these youngsters, we know what's happened in the past. Sometimes they lose their way. just making sure India's got an abundant set of talent, managing it well and not putting the lab coat and experimenting it too much like what we are talking about Dravid and Rohit during the World Cup. But definitely exciting times for India and great performance 4-1.
Forgot to mention Sky, for all the criticism he got for the final. As a captain, he has come back. He needed this. We won it 4-1. Very convincing. I think that will boost his confidence in T20 more.
Yeah, and a shout out to VVS.
Yeah. One player I'm still worried about or have my concerns is Verma. Verma. 5 matches, no contribution at all, and we will talk about him in the one day. The T20 squad to South Africa also, but the one game they won was a maxi innings. Okay, 100 of 40 walks or whatever, and they also played the second string side, but a win is a win. So that was what happened. You can catch the highlights on Zio or whatever, and then we will go to the third topic, the New Zealand versus Mangatha test match, which ended last week.
I think our coach predicted Bangladesh to do really well in the World
Good job, Rama. Great job. Great job. That's a very hard pick because beating New Zealand, even though it's home conditions, it's hard. So new captain, Najimul Hussain Shanto, he did a very good job and he rotated the spinners well. The first time, so historic, they're winning first time. It's a good team, very good team. New Zealand has been playing very good on Asian conditions. So again, this win was needed for Bangladesh coming out of a bad World Cup. So great job. I think Kane Mama scored a century, right, Priyesh?
And Michelle also scored some runs in the second innings. But what was interesting in this match was they didn't play in their two favorite grounds in Bangladesh, Chittagong and Mirpur. This was another stadium. And as you said, this is needed because they are also in a revival mode of their cricket. And I think Afghanistan has gone up a notch, and they and Sri Lanka have come down. So it is good for them, and this is also in the WTC cycle. So now we will go to the squads for the South Africa series. Ramesh,
let us start with Tilak Verma. ஏன்னா சரியான போட்டி.
இவன் சும்மா இருந்தாலும் சண்டால சிரிக்கி இவன் நாலா பக்கமும் சுத்தி வர்றா. இது சரி வராது. இந்த பைய
I want to see what Ramesh thinks about Tilak Verma.
I really think from an IPL wise and T20, Tilak Verma is talented. He reminds me of Yuvraj Singh. Very aggressive. He played a big role in the Asian Games playing for India. So, and he's got the backing of the Bombay thing. So, so I think he has got all the stars, Macham, like we say. So I think he's well positioned. So he's there in the squad, and he was also there in the squad, but didn't do much in this 4-1 win.
Yeah. So we will see, because I hope he's not in the squad for the World Cup, which is 6 months away, because we have only 6 international matches or T20 matches from now to the World Cup, but we have the IPL. So
villain பேரு Verma, by the way.
அசிங்கப்படுத்துற இன்சல்ட் பண்ற.
So 3 teams.
Install பண்றியா?
இல்ல, when you talk about Tilak Verma, Priyesh கிட்ட வந்து ஒரு பால் ஸ்பீட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கான். ஏன்னா he's been paraganded on Tilak Verma.
So back to the team, I think 3 captains.
Yeah.
For 3 different formats. So hopefully at least one of them will do well, right? So 3 T20s, 3 ODIs and 2 tests. Just for the record, we have never won the test series in South Africa so far. So that's a lot for Rohitsharma and Viratkohli to aspire and do. And then KL Rahul, ODI captain, right? So he is across all the formats.
Which is good, Ramesh, because we have to see 4 years in the future. So I think the one day squad has been rejigged, and only 2 or 3 players from the World Cup are there in the squad.
Okay,
But
one question
Shreyas and
about
Pant should get married only 3 years later, just 1 year before the World Cup. Correct, Priyesh?
hey,
Gill or Shreyas or Pant, we have options, but don't get married.
hey, regarding the coaches, do we have the same coaches for all the three?
VVS Lakshman. Yeah.
Abdi. So I think Poro in always played second fiddle in some ways, but number 283, Calcutta Madri, Paya is going to know.
Very happy to see Sai Sudarshan being picked in the ODI. Well deserved, good technique. I think he's very young, a long way to go. He played in the Asian Games final. There's new names like Rajat Patidar, Deepak Chahar comes back. There's a big chance for Shreyas. I'm a little concerned because of the short pitch, bowling in South Africa, they'll target
What shot ball?
right? And at the same time, very happy for Prasadam Krishna or Prasid Krishna. He can get the bounce. And then he can learn under Bumrah and Siraj.
Correct.
Well, Prasadam Krishna gave laddus in this series. Every match, he was 4 overs for 40 or 50, and one game was 70 in 4 overs. The game we lost, I think, Maxi's innings. But what I want to see whether the T20 squad now is the squad they are thinking about that they will pick for the World Cup, or they will have a metamorphic change. So I don't think Tilak or Rinku will make the cut for the World Cup. But
I really hope Rinku makes it. Because he's an impact player.
But see, if you bring back Gill, Shreyas, KL, Rohit, and Virat for the World Cup, which is the
Question is
rumors.
Rohit and Virat, do you need them?
You need them.
That is the rumor or the news that this will be the last World Cup Rohit plays as a captain, and then maybe Kohli will play much more. But
At least to that, I want to see Rohit play under a new captain. The passing of the baton in general has always been where a previous captain has played under. Because what it does is a young captain to sort of manage a very senior player, it also gives you certain skills which you learn on the job really fast. And this has happened to Dhoni, this has happened to Kohli.
Hardik, that is why Hardik is there.
But
Because
he's injury prone. Hardik is injury prone. He'll put one ball, one Yorker, he'll do this, and he'll be injury prone. Then he will be traded to CSK next year.
He'll be traded to South Africa.
Joe Burke Super Kings அந்த மாதிரி. So I'm saying Rinku will not get a chance with all this the lineup. So we will see what the idea is to play this squad, because if you say Bumrah will come, Siraj will come. So what's the idea?
But see, that is the opportunity too, right? If you think about Dhoni's entry, there are so many wicket keepers at that point in time, right? He just came from nowhere and then blasted through the whole thing.
Powerful people make places powerful.
For everybody, here is the opportunity. You got to grab it with both hands. And if Rinku feels it's a crowded space, he's got to deliver, show the stuff, and then come through. But
it's T20. Rohit, I don't think so. He's there from a fitness perspective, The other thing is, if you remember how Dhoni won 2008 World Cup, he won with Robbie Uthappa, Sreesanth, not like big stars. So we have to give that opportunity to a Rishabh Pant or someone like that to see if they can make a difference.
Yeah.
Well, you don't need a fitness for a T20. Okay. And in the ODI itself, he played only 6 to 8 overs. in the batting. So that is enough.
But 2 more years, look at the number of vada paos that's going to go in. And even though you say that the fitness is not needed, I agree.
There's still a karma always, Priyesh. Come on. There's still
இந்த ஒரு இந்த எம்ஜிஆர் படத்துல சரியான போட்டின்னு சொல்ற மாதிரி ஐ லைக் தட். Fight. Yeah, I also think, see, Tilak Verma played in with Mumbai in some of the innings in IPL. That was really great. But yeah, we haven't seen him do stuff. But guys, just like in life, this is the opportunity. Grab it and move forward.
Yeah. So for the final section, Kassa Mussa.
Kikia mukia. Gili gili bili 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 bili. Gili gili bili bili ya.
The rumors they are in the cricketing fraternity. So Jaddu, Ramesh.
Jaddu, I think Jaddu's thing is to the second or third year of the IPL. You know, he tried to go to a different team privately and they banned him for 1 year. Feel really bad. I think it was the Rajasthan Royals. And now, seeing the exact same thing repeat under like Reliance guidance, with Hardik is being traded for big, it is like, what did Jaddu do wrong? Or what did, what happened? I think this is the thing about Indian cricket and BCCI. We are all puzzled where the rule is broken or where the rule is tweaked. But very interesting. Jaddu must be saying the same thing to Hardik Pandya today.
சூரியன் படத்துல அரசியல் இதெல்லாம் சாதாரணமாப்பான்னு சொல்ற மாதிரி நேச்சுரல்.
அரசியல்ல இதெல்லாம் சாதாரணமாப்பா. இதுக்கு பிச்சை எடுக்கலாம். போய் எடு.
And then you can't keep the Guju boys out of any kind of trading and negotiating and getting the best deal anyway. So, but yeah, it is interesting to see how things have panned out. It came from nowhere, but a good Kassa Mussa.
The second thing is Bumrah's cryptic Instagram post. He posted, and the rumor mills are that MI said he will be the next captain after Rohit, and then when the trade happened, he put that cryptic clue.
So after Yara vittudu, right? When Yuvraj and Dhoni were at the top, and even Sehwag was there, always rumors going that Sehwag wanted to be the captain, he didn't get a chance and things like it. End of the day, next man up, best man up, right? And whoever that person is, it is that person. But
Sehwag also wanted to be chief of selectors. They said no to that also. He said, I won't interview, I just want to be the selector.
Who?
Sehwag.
Yeah.
It panned out well. You never know. Sometimes you need to pick these freaks like Krishnamachari Srikanth and Virender Sehwag. They will just get the thing done. I was just listening to Harbhajan Singh interview. In Los Angeles, they were playing some under-16 game. And Srikanth said, Bajji, go 3 down. He has never played 3 down. And he went and scored 25. And the team ended up scoring 100 plus, which is a big score in LA. So.
Yeah, so I think, see, Bumrah, I don't know whether he has proved anything in captaincy. Everybody can ask for things, right? Maybe some guy in Microsoft wants to be the CEO, but you can't be, right? There are like people out there already. So
you can watch cricket. You can watch cricket and the designer zone and all that, no matter who you are.
Right. Please edit this. I still need the job.
Hey, எனக்கே விபத்து அடிக்கலாம் பார்த்தல நீ?
The third most interesting Kassa Mussa is Virat saying he will not play white ball cricket for India indefinitely because his manager did the Kassa Mussa in his portfolio, and his manager is rohitsharma's brother-in-law. So there is a feud between them. So, and both of them are not playing white ball. So that's
I think Rohit saw Kohli scoring lot of centuries, right? So now, மச்சான் இது மேட்டர் சரியில்லை, ஏதாவது ஒரு Kassa Mussa பண்ணி அவனை குறைச்சிருன்னு சொல்லி அதான் பண்ணிட்டான்னு நினைக்கிறேன். இது நம்மளால ஆட் பண்ற நாராயணான்னு சொல்லி Kassa Mussa ஜாஸ்தி பண்ற வேலை.
Maybe we should get him to the couch base, white ball, red ball, get him here, Kohli.
So that's the wrap for the first episode of Cricket this week. Please share, subscribe, and like this video. And we will see you on the next episode. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.